Raceforlife.org in partnership with Tesco.
At Thomas Cook, we know a thing or two about holidays. In fact, we've been perfecting them since 1841. That holiday feeling has always started with us. So, why trust anyone else? This summer, dive into our new generation Casa Cook and Cook's Club hotels and save up to £300 on selected holidays. Visit thomascook.com or your local Thomas Cook store today. Don't just book it, Thomas Cook it. Minimum spend, conditions apply, ATOL protected.
Radio X. Check before you travel. Go to radiox.co.uk.
Hello?
This is the sound of the dark.
Anybody there?
Bear with us, it's radio. Being in the dark about your credit score can mean all sorts of financial havoc is happening.
Good grief!
Let us take you and your credit score from to Money Supermarket lets you take control of your score by checking it and helping you improve it for free. Get Credit Monitor. Get money calm. Money Supermarket.
Radio X. The Chris Miles Show.
Good morning to you. I hope you have a rock and roll day.
Radio X.
So, Brian Conley is about to walk into the studio any second. You can watch the interview now if you want on our Chris Miles Show on Radio X Facebook page, or on Twitter, it's at Radio X, or YouTube, just search Radio X, we're live there. Hello! Thanks for watching.
Hello.
Wave, John, wave.
Wave. Hi. Hi there. Hi.
That's brilliant. All right, so let's bring in Mr. Brian Conley. He's not Bradley Walsh, he is Brian Conley.
Yes, very much.
So let's get him in, and let's bring him in now. There he is.
Don't worry about all that.
What?
Hi, people. I've got to sit down here.
I'm bigging you up.
Hi, Chris.
That's right.
Did you just call Dom Chris?
Well, that's what I've been told to say.
No, it's me. I'm Chris.
It's called Chris, Dom, and Pippa.
There you go.
And I come bearing gifts, which I will reveal at a later date.
Hello.
But it's a great honour to be here. I listen to it all the time. I love Radio X. I've got to be honest, it's much better than the other rubbish. This is where it's at.
Yes.
This is the nerve centre. I had no idea we're actually on the telly as well. I would have done my hair.
Yeah, well, no, you look lovely. I like.
That is beautiful.
That is it. I actually wear my my hair like this.
You look like Doddy.
By a tube, not now, but yeah. I had no idea we were on the radio at this moment.
Yes, we're on
right
now.
They throw you in it. Right, just go in there now. I didn't know we're live to the nation.
Oh, yeah,
Live now. Live now.
I'm really live.
It's like
I
going
haven't
on.
turned it on yet.
It's like going on the TV show. When you walk on the set, you're on. So it's the
Gotta
same.
work it, mate.
Yeah,
Work
you
the
look
room.
good. Do you want to sort your hair out, or are you happy with
Oh,
that?
it's great.
I think it's good.
What colour is your hair this year?
That's a really good point. That I'm having it cut and coloured today.
Are you?
Are you?
Well, people say, "Oh, you look like Bradley Walsh." I say it's only because we have the same hair dye. But yeah, now as you can see, it's very grey under it. But you see, I have a look. You know, my look is very much the '90s when telly was black and white. So if I was on a poster, I'd be real grey hair. Like, who's that? And of course, I'll do this, and then they go, "Oh, it's a puppet." Yeah, that's we know.
We know who that is.
How's your dad, Billy Conley? That's what your mum, Rosemary Conley.
Yeah. Well, Pippa got you confused with Billy Ocean.
Oh, shut up!
No,
really?
no, Brian, sorry. Back in the day when I was a lot younger.
Back in the day, you thought I was Billy.
No, I used to get a little bit mixed up back in the day with you and Billy Conley.
Yeah.
Because your surname sounds similar.
Well,
And
yes,
it's funny.
and that's interesting because people always say Brian Conley, and I go, no, it's Brian Conley, Conley.
Yeah,
That's
Conley.
all
very
it
much
is.
Conley.
You know, I thought I'd say that right because I'm on Twitter.
And also, I know.
9 followers.
And also, wasn't Brian Connolly in
The Sweet? So, of course, I had all that when he passed away.
Wow,
Oh, commiserations. We didn't know your husband was dead.
Sorry to hear you're dead,
Wife and
Brian.
that.
You're dead, Brian.
You know, but yeah, bless him.
But you're very much still alive.
I am indeed. I am. I'm here.
Have you ever not worked? You just seem to
No,
work.
I've been very lucky.
Well, you're very good, though, Brian.
Oh, bless you. I'm very good. I'm live. I like being live. I'm a live performer. But no, I have many little strings to my bow. So and I think that, sustains. Oh, it's too early.
It is early, isn't
Sustains your career. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I've got lots of questions for you because you've got an amazing CV of work. You've done some amazing things.
Yeah.
But the main reason you're here is to talk about your new gig.
Well, it's 9 to 5 day, and I've been doing the show for 9 months, and the press have decided that we're going to tie certain publicity into this special day because it's 9 to 5, which are, of course, the hours that you work in an office. But what we're saying is, no, it's May the 9th. And May is so actually it's got no link to time whatsoever. So I don't even know why I'm here. I only come out for a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
So I said, well, it's got no link. And look, it's 9. Well,
9:28. Yeah.
That's okay, well, it's nearly 9 to 5, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah. You probably were in the studio at 9:25.
Yeah.
You see?
Well, 25 past 9.
Yeah.
And if we do the 24-hour clock, we don't stand a chance.
No.
It hasn't got a rhyming
Doesn't
thing.
work.
How is the show going? Is it still
It's
fun?
A real fun show, and it is doing well. And of course, as we'll talk about, they have extended it, which is exciting.
Yeah.
But it's a good night out, and I think it tells a wonderful story, but with a lot of high comedy and. Just to see what I have to wear in the second half, is worth the ticket price. That's why my hair's long, and that's why it is like this, because I get kidnapped by the lovely Louise English and Louise Redknapp. Sorry, Louise. Who told me?
Were you on the sauce last
You tell
night?
that, Chris, that 25 years ago, when I used to go into the studios, he used to wear a silky shirt to sort of say that he was available. Who
Louise
tries to wear a silky shirt? This is what you told her.
It was the very early 90s when Louise was in a new pop band called Eternal.
Yes.
And I was the hots for her.
Oh, she's
big
a very
time.
pretty lady.
Beautiful.
Do now.
Very handsome.
She asked for my autograph. Oh, so excited.
But why did you wear a silk
Silky
shirt?
Because it was 1993.
So you thought has silk shirts ever been fashionable?
Yeah, in 1993. I look great then. I used to top it off with a little waistcoat as well.
Oh,
you did.
And you were on radio. You didn't have to do that.
It really was.
I'm strong to Louise.
So 9 to 5, everyone should go see it. It's at the Savoy Theatre, which is a beautiful theatre at the Savoy Hotel. So it's very nice. It's very posh. It's a lovely theatre, and it has extended its run in London.
Brilliant.
All the way through to next year.
I know. We were meant to finish in August, but it has done so well, and really has, because I just think, and I've been in many fun shows, but this is a laugh out loud, get your hankies out. And it really is funny. Yes, and lovely Bonnie Langford's in it as well. And my lovely story, everything's lovely, is when I met Dolly Parton.
Oh, clang.
I called her Bonnie.
Oh, no.
Dolly. So because I'd just been chatting to Bonnie, and here's Dolly, legend. I went, Bonnie.
How was meeting Dolly Parton?
It was incredible. And on the opening night, she had to dash off, but she insisted after seeing the show that she wanted photos with everyone, the crew, the sound. Every single person who was part of that show. She didn't have to do that, and I just think she is incredible, and she is the greatest country and western performer in the world and songwriter. She's a billionaire. She's not doing this because she has to do it. She does it because she wants to do it, meaning putting on this show. They say never meet your heroes, and I did, and she was lovely. I really was sort of taken by how down to earth she was, and how she related to everyone there.
I was stood in the middle of the crowd at Glastonbury a few years ago watching the Legend slot when she played, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day. The vibe in the crowd, everybody was there to see Dolly Parton. Nobody was just stood there waiting for the next act. They were all there to see Dolly, and it was I can't explain how happy the vibe was.
And it was the chat
lovely.
in between the tracks. She
was great.
Told stories, and she was funny. Yeah, brilliant.
She's got nothing to prove. She is a legend, and she's 72 now, which is quite incredible. She doesn't look it, but she does look fantastic, and she really is bright and sparkly, and knew all our names, and she's written us a lovely letter thanking us individually. Often they would tape little messages and they'd play them over the channel, at the half-hour call. She'd go, "Hi everyone, I hear you're all doing well, can't wait to see the show again. This is your half-hour call." And so these little things that she sends over, little messages, no one has to do that.
No.
And like I say, this is a lovely show written by her, and she really wants it to work, and she really wanted it to work, and it has, and and it's lovely that she's not relying on it. You know, I mean, when you write, and I will always love you. Once you've written that, you can
doesn't need
sit
to work
back.
again.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't need to work again.
So she came over with her entourage. She flew in a private jet. She had a whole floor at the Savoy. 40 of them and 4 security guards. It was quite incredible.
I hear that's how you travel.
I wish. I got on the tube on the way here. I want people to reckon I get sitting against my here, you know. Then you look like Bradley Walsh. No offence, I say, you know, and all that.
Can I talk about early days of your career?
Oh. That's going right back.
So you, because it's great how you, because I guess you started as a comic, as a stand-up.
Well, I went to stage school.
Right.
I went to a place called Barbara Street Stage School, which is in Acton, and I was there until I was 16. And I used to do little jobs. I do adverts, and I always could sing. So if there was any singing advert, and one day our head teacher came in, and I love this. Of course, this is very 70s. And they were auditioning for Oliver, the musical, in town. Someone, I forget who, was going to play Fagin. And she goes, and she would come in at the end of every lesson, at the end of the day, and go, right, we're auditioning for this, or we're going to do that. We'd like you to do this. And she said, audition for Oliver. Right, you're going. Brian, you're not going. You're going. And no, I went, miss, why am I not going? She said, because you're fat. You cannot have a fat kid singing Food Glorious Food. It ain't going to work. And I went, all right. And then I go home, and my mum and dad were there, and you go, all right. Well, I go, yeah, today, though, I was at school, and the teacher went, you can't audition for Oliver because you're fat, and you can't have a fat kid singing Food Glorious Food. And my mum and dad went, yeah. You know, she's right. She's right. Move on. Yeah. You know, that was the 70s.
Please, sir, can I have even more?
You might have had already, please.
I do love it. You're fat. And it's true. You can't have a fat kid singing Food Glorious. You can't. What's he worried? He's fat. That was a sign of the time. Yeah. But then I went from there, and I was kicking my heels and didn't know what to do, and then I became a blue coat.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, I was seen by an agent, and I was compared.
Where were you a blue coat? Where?
It was in Devon, a place called Barton Hall, which is not there anymore. But we used to do 14 different shows. It was a 2-week turnaround. They don't do that anymore, you know, at Butlins or Pontins, you know, they don't have to do all these shows. So for us, what a learning curve that was, to put on 14 separate shows. So, and that really put you in good stead. And then I became a compere, and then I was in a comedy show band called Tomfoolery, who done the rounds, and we done clubs, and then I went on my own, and then I wasn't very good on my own. I'd done television, and I was rubbish. And then someone said, because I was so in awe of being on the telly, and this is when like 85 million people used to watch it, you know, and it was a clinical area, and I didn't know. I kept working the crowd, and they said, no, look down the lens. And I had done warm-ups 3 years, and I used to be Kenny Everett's warm-up man.
Wow.
Right through his time at the BBC.
I'm fascinated by that. I loved Kenny. I never got to meet him, sadly, but I was such a big Kenny Everett fan as a kid.
Well, once again, a really lovely, down-to-earth person. He didn't have to do it, but at the end of every series, of course, they have a wrap party. He would invite me, and it'd all be a meal at a restaurant. He didn't have to do that, and he did, and he paid for it all, and he always involved me and everyone in the company. And I learned a hell of a lot of how to work a crowd and how to do what you're supposed to do in telly. And then I came back to television, and that was it. It just sort of took off.
Yeah.
I think I like the idea of you and Kenny working together, because you, as you say, you've done a lot of live stuff. So when you get to TV, you're going to talk to the audience there, and you're not going to talk down the camera lens, which is what you're meant to. Kenny came from radio, and a great audio producer, had a great radio brain, and it was all about the audio sound. You move that to telly, and it doesn't always work. But he was fascinated by, so what can we do? I multi-track my voice in the studio. Can we do that on a TV screen?
Yeah, and can many split screens, and he used to do a lot with green screen and things like that, you know. No, he was. You can't underestimate how he changed it, and how what he gave to a show as well was pace. There was no hanging about. It went from one sketch to the next to that, you know.
So how old were you when you were doing that then?
I was about 22, 23, 24.
Wow.
I'm now 57.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
shit.
don't look it.
So, and I'm so professionally, I've been doing it for 46 years.
Wow.
Look at you.
I know.
Look at you.
And, you know, I love it. I love what I do. Going out there and making people laugh.
Yeah.
It's like you've got 6 people in the kitchen and you make them laugh. Well,
Yeah.
imagine going out there and a big crowd and you're getting paid for it.
Amazing.
It's a wonderful honour.
Yeah.
You worked with Wogan.
Wogan, yes.
Okay,
I used
great
to do
story.
it. Sorry, there was a slight pause.
I
there,
love the
didn't you?
pause. Yeah, I did, yeah.
Wogan.
Don't want to talk about him.
No, I got the sack from Wogan. Show.
Didn't you? Didn't
I did because they said I was too funny. I did. But I used to do Wogan show for a brief time, and Frankie Goes to Hollywood were mega, and they were on the show.
I remember that because I was a massive fan of Frank. I remember that
on
episode when
Wogan.
they were on. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And they said, "Well, like you're really funny."
Yeah.
And that was it. Oh my God, I got a
Yeah.
nod from Frankie Goes to
Great.
Hollywood.
Yeah. I remember watching that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's so good. So, so much stuff. You've done so much
play
West
records
End.
on this?
Yeah, we do. But when
right
you
then.
got, but what's the point of me playing a song when you're here?
Oh, right.
It's nice to listen to
I don't
you.
mind sitting around. I'm not doing anything. You know, just so you know.
Oh, well, do you stay?
I've got
Do
to get the bus.
you want to stay?
Yeah, I know. What time is the bus?
I don't know.
Lots of them.
20. Yeah, all right. I'm happy to stay for a little while.
All right, well, in that case, let me take a break and then we'll come back and we'll have more with Mr. Brian Conley after this.
The Chris Moyle Show.
With KFC, try the new I Love You Bacon Burger with chicken fillet, baconaise, cheese, and double bacon.
The methods used by criminals have evolved. Your business is now 9 times more likely to be a victim of cybercrime than burglary. With Hiscox CyberClear, you're covered for all cyber threats, even the ones that don't exist yet. Search Hiscox Cyber Insurance.
Will you have the time to make a PPI claim before the deadline on August the 29th? If the answer's no, or you're not sure, maybe you should let the claims guys manage your claim for you. That way, at least you've got a chance of receiving the compensation you may be owed. So, if you're not sure you'll have the time to beat the deadline, just text YES to 60777. Text YES to 60777 now.
The Claims Guys.
Alternatively, you can complain free to your lender or the Financial Ombudsman.
That's it. Enough is enough. I'm going to give you a right
Paintwork ready for a revamp? Get to B&Q. We've a massive paint range at everyday low prices, like Good Home Durable Coloured Matte Emulsion 2.5 litre for just £16. So you can do it when you B&Q it.
At Thomas Cook, we know a thing or two about holidays. In fact, we've been perfecting them since 1841. That holiday feeling has always started with us. So, why trust anyone else? This summer, dive into our new generation Casa Cook and Cooks Club hotels and save up to £300 on selected holidays. Visit thomascook.com or your local Thomas Cook store today. Don't just book it, Thomas Cook it. Minimum spend, conditions apply, ATOL protected.
Hello, I'm looking for a new Suzuki.
You're in luck, sir. This weekend it's Suzuki's Grand in the Glove Box event.
Grand in the glove box?
Yes, you get an extra £1,000 off a new Suzuki on top of our existing offers.
I don't actually get a wad of notes.
No, sir, it's just a metaphor.
Oh, do all Suzukis come with metaphors? To save £1,000, search Suzuki Weekend Event today. Available 11th to 12th of May in GB, 11th of May in NI, 18 plus UK residents only, excludes Suzuki Jimny, excludes PCH, participating dealers only, terms apply, see cars.suzuki.co.uk.
When you've got that Friday feeling, but it's only Monday evening.
Did somebody say just eat?
When you are a committed athlete and you're mid-movie marathon.
Did somebody say just eat?
When you need a weekend pick-me-up, but you don't want to pick it up.
Did somebody say just eat?
Order on the Just Eat app today.
Did somebody say just eat?
Radio X. The Chris Miles Show. Good morning to you. I hope you have a rock and roll day. Radio
to get up early, didn't
Yeah,
you?
you do.
You too.
All right. then.
I always think everybody likes the idea of doing radio. People who don't do radio go, "Oh, I like radio, and that looks like a lot of fun." Or they tune in and they go, "That sounds good." And they go, "Yeah, okay." And then you get the gig and you go, "Half 4, I've got to get up. Half 4,
And again tomorrow.
every day, half 4." Balls to that. Thanks very much. I'll just be on as a guest once a year. That'll do me.
Yeah.
We've got an amazing response to you being on the show. Brian.
Really?
Yeah. Lots of lovely messages.
bless.
So, many years ago, Brian was doing panto in Lincoln and came to an after party at my friend's house, which resulted in him peeing in the bathroom sink because my friend was blocking the loo as I held her hair back. That's from Pete.
Hey, nice one, Pete. You'll have to be more specific. I've never done panto in Lincoln.
Oh.
So
Many
he thinks
years
it's
ago,
Bradley Walsh.
we saw Brian performing as the warm-up to the Grumbleweeds.
Oh, yes.
No, were you warm-up for
Blackpool?
Grumbleweeds?
For many years, yeah.
Really?
At Blackpool's Winter Garden.
love the
Fantastic
Weeds.
performer. Much better than them.
Oh, no. And you had Graham, who was sort of like the main one, who was so naturally
Graham
funny.
and Morris.
And
Carl.
God blimey, look at you.
Well, they were kind of from my neck of the world. My dad went to school with Carl.
Really?
Yeah.
They were mega. And it was just,
great.
it was just hilarious, They just absolutely were.
I think they're very underrated, the Grumbleweeds,
yeah.
because they were Morris was an incredible impressionist, and Graham was great, but they all had their little roles, but they were a little bit odd and surreal. Carl used to play this character that basically just wore a gas mask and had a high-pitched voice, which is really weird. But they had their own series on radio too. So you have a character talking like this in a gas mask.
Yeah, great.
They would do visual comedy on the radio.
Which I think is great. Here's more. Just want to say Brian Conley is a legend. Literally made a crappy day get a hell of a lot brighter from Adam
well,
and
bless you.
Loki.
Thank you very much.
I have loved Brian Conley since I was a kid watching Royal Variety shows. It made my year seeing him live last year at Leicester Haymarket, an absolute pro.
Oh, bless you.
Look.
That's from
that's what's happened in this world. See, in the old days, the British public would sit at home and watch entertainers on a Saturday night. Now, entertainers sit at home and watch the British public on a Saturday night.
Right.
We've done a full circle.
We have
What are we
indeed.
doing sitting here?
Neil says, I saw Brian at a military boxing night. Somehow, Brian ended up wearing underwear holding the round cards.
And he can confirm that's actually for the SAS. Military boxing night, and you never turn that down when the SAS ring you
Super
up.
Army soldiers.
I know.
It's best to say yes to that invite.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah, and I've done a few, and I'm also part of. I'm what's the word? Patron of a wonderful charity called Hire a Hero, which rehabilitates the armed forces into civilian life, and it does have its links with the SAS.
Yeah.
So you don't deny that as well.
No.
You wanna be a
No
patron?
wonder
Yes.
you've never been out of work.
Yeah, I know.
You're basically like our Frank Sinatra with ties to the mafia. Not that Frank ever
Exactly,
did.
mate.
Of
I know.
course.
More tougher than them.
Yeah.
In 1992, when you started the Brian Conley Show, I was 7, so It's a Puppet was a huge part of my childhood, even though I'm sure you're sick of hearing it, but thank you, says Tim in
No, I
Nottingham.
do. I love it. I played Fagin, and I used to be 45 minutes in makeup to be this old, oh, my dear, in Oliver. And then I'd come out and everyone goes, it's a puppet, what's that all about? So I did do a full circle. We were talking about Oliver, and I always wanted to sort of show him up and go, I did play it. Maybe I was a fat Fagin, but who cares?
Yeah.
But I love playing Fagin. I think it's one of the
Well,
greatest
you've done some great roles. You really have. But tell us the history behind It's a Puppet.
Well, of course, you had Philip Schofield in the broom cupboard with, what was it called? Gordon the Gopher. So I was like the exact opposite, I was there with a cigarette and drinking, and I had this puppet, Larry the Loafer, which I really used to sort of hit. Put it in a blender, electrocute it. I used to go, people say, where's Larry Loafer come from? And I just used to take the blooming puppet off the bloke's hand. I used to show the bloke underneath, And then this puppet was very cute, and then I'd hit it, and then they'd still go, oh, and I go, it's a puppet. You've just seen the bloke under the desk. It's not real. So I was saying it's a puppet and not thinking much about it, and it wasn't really. It just came out because the audience would react like that. My brother is a Liverpool football match. He's a huge Liverpool fan, and a squirrel ran across the pitch, and they all shouted out, "It's a puppet." He said, "Brian, you should do it. You got to keep on doing this." They are all shouting out, "It's a puppet." So that's how it came about, because of a match with Liverpool.
Look at that.
Right. I know.
It's your brother's fault.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I have loved meeting you today.
Oh, God bless you. It's been great fun. And I genuinely listen to the show. I think it's a fabulous show.
Oh,
It
thanks,
really
brother.
is.
Thanks,
you really
man.
all have wonderful chemistry.
Brilliant.
And it's lovely just sitting here naked, having a laugh.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Well, come back anytime you like.
Thank you.
Or come back and do a show.
Oh. But I suppose while I'm here, I've got to say, we are doing 9 to 5.
That's
it's
it.
doing really well. It's meant to finish in August. It's now going on till next April.
Is that your summer holiday screwed now, then?
Yes, no, it is. People go, yeah, every night. I go, yeah, but it's what I do, and I love doing it, and I love going out there and having a laugh, and it's a commitment as well. You know, people pay good money. You want them to have a good time. And they've just released today another 300,000 tickets that will take us through to April.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a huge
Please
theatre.
book now, otherwise you'll be sitting right at the back, or possibly even in the car park.
Well, we got a lovely text earlier from one of our male listeners going, "I've been to see it, and it is bloody brilliant, and it is proper funny." So, you know,
Well, I'll come with gifts, which I'll hand out shortly. You've got your own 9 to 5 mug with Dolly mixtures.
Nice.
Very nice.
There you go.
Thank
you.
I love
Very
that.
much.
Well, everyone go and see 9 to 5 the musical. Just go online today, book a little trip to London, sort it out, get a little nice hotel somewhere, unless you're loaded, stay at the Savoy.
Why not?
Imagine that, stay at the Savoy, and then we'll go to the theatre tonight. Do we need a car? No. It's there.
It is.
9 to 5 the musical, featuring Mr. Brian Conley.
Well, and Emma Davis, and of course Louise Redknapp, and
Bonnie Langford.
Natalie McQueen, and Bonnie Langford. And
That's
it's not polite laughter. They've got their hankies out, and it's a lot of fun.
There you go. Lovely to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian Conley.
Yeah, I love you all. Thank you very much.
Love you. Right, this is our record of the week. Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, Black Star Dancing.